I am officially on the Isle of Skye, which is one of my most favourite places in the world, because when I first came to Scotland 5 years ago, I came on a tour with my now very good friend Caroline McQuiston. She was my bus driver, the tour guide of that trip, bus driver, tour guide. The woman who changed my life. And she took me all around the Isle of Skye with a group of people, and it was just such like an amazing experience, and I just felt so truly at home when I first got here. So yeah, I came over 5 years ago, was living in Australia at the time, just recently had broken up with a long-term boyfriend of 6 years and came on this big trip. And Scotland, funnily enough, was never really that like it wasn't on my radar. It wasn't a place that I was super interested in visiting, and I was recommended it by somebody, and now I have lived here for 5 years, so it's safe to say that it definitely changed my life. So yeah, we are currently staying at Caroline's house, and this morning over breakfast I got hustled into returning to YouTube. So I was doing YouTube for a brief period of time and just kind of, I don't know, fell out of love with it, felt that the videos weren't doing super well, quote unquote doing super well, and thought nobody wants to watch these, nobody's interested. But on the flip side of that, I really love watching people's behind the scenes, especially as they're like building businesses. Like I love watching people like Grace Beverly and Daniel Simmons, and just love seeing their business journeys. So I just thought, well, if I love watching their stuff, then maybe somebody will enjoy watching my stuff. So here we are. I got bullied into it over breakfast this morning. Caroline said, so do you plan on returning back to YouTube? And I said, well, yeah, I was thinking about it. I've been watching Daniel Simmons a lot and thinking I do want to come back to YouTube. And she's like, why don't you just start it right now? I was like, I don't want to. So I got bullied into it, and now I'm in her house, in her spare bedroom, doing my makeup, and she's promised not to listen at the door while I'm talking to a camera. I always am the first person to tell people, like, just fucking start. Like, if you want to do something, I write it on my goals list every single year to start it, like, to properly give YouTube a go. And I never do it. Get to the end of every year, I'm like, oh well, I didn't do that, didn't achieve that this year, but that's okay. Next year, there's always next year. And I'm just trying to get out of my own way. And I say this to people all the time, just fucking do it, just fucking start. Like, if you don't like it, you can stop, but how are you gonna know unless you try? So here, this is me trying. This is me trying. And because since being on the island this time, my partner Billy and I have been tossing up relocating, or at least like having another space up in the Highlands outside of, like, we live in Edinburgh, but having a nice house up in the Highlands. We always wanted to move to Skye, and then we thought, oh, it's not very practical for us to live in Skye because it's like a 4.5-5 hour drive from Edinburgh. But we came up here 2 days ago and just, I don't know, I think this is like our 20th visit to Skye, so we've been here quite a lot, and just decided, you know what, I think we want to move to Skye. So today we're going to go have a little drive around an area that is of particular interest and see if it is the area for us. So come along with us while we go and see where our potential new neighbourhood might be.
How you doing?
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Not pretty.
Thank you.
Not doing nothing to be on the internet.
So today I'm going to go for a walk at the Quiraing. We're going to grab a coffee first, then we're going to the Quiraing for a easy walk. We're going to see where the day takes us, and we're going to go for a cold swim at some point and then finish off at the pub. So I think we're pretty much ready. Very light basic makeup today because we're walking, but still like to look cute. Still like to look cute when we're hiking. So let's go have a lovely day in Skye. mentioned earlier, we've been to Skye how many times? Maybe 20 times, and we've done many hikes in Skye, but it took us so long to do the Quiraing because we were always really scared of, like, we thought it would be really difficult. And not to say that it's like an easy walk, but I would argue that the Old Manor Store is infinitely more difficult. And we did that on our first trip to Skye, and we didn't have appropriate clothing, we didn't have appropriate shoes, and we just winged it, and it took us so long. So we avoided the Quiraing for ages because we thought it was going to be such a hard like hike for us to do. And then so we like geared up one visit in Skye not that long ago, geared up, got everything together, and we're like, actually this is, I would argue, the most enjoyable hike that I've done on Skye. And we come back and we do it all the time now because it's so enjoyable, and I think the effort to reward ratio is high. Like, look at this, we're only like 5 minutes into the walk and it's already absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, just absolutely love it. As always though, I will say, don't forget to dress appropriately when you go on hikes. I obviously don't look very well dressed for a hike right now, but I'm a seasoned pro, and we're just going for a short walk, and we know the conditions and the path on this walk, so I feel pretty confident in a pair of boots, a pair of tights, a top that Caroline's lent me, and just my denim jacket because I left my rain jacket back in Edinburgh, which I'm probably going to eat my words and regret that a little bit later, but anyway.
So I got the home report and would still like to arrange a viewing today if possible.
Have a chili dip. By dry room. It's not warm. I think I've been chilly a little bit.
Yeah, it's true. Pretty nice, isn't it?
Ready for your chili dip?
No.
You gonna chili dip?
Didn't hear.
Just being cozy and warm.
You just be nice to me or I might run back to the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when Billy and I first came to the Isle of Skye, just the two of us, we came in February and we decided to go for a wild swim at the fairy pools, and we'd never gone for a cold swim before ever, and we jumped off a ledge into the water and it was so fucking cold, like our whole head got submerged in. And now, having done a lot of cold swims, something that we've learnt is that that's not the way to go in for a cold swim. And it's really lucky that we didn't go into some kind of like shock, because like it's really common and it can happen a lot, and like luckily we didn't go into shock and we were totally fine. But looking back on it, I realized how stupid that was, because the walk from the ferry pools to the car park's also 45 minutes, so if we were in trouble we would have been really fucked. So if you are ever interested in doing a cold swim, especially in Scotland, do not underestimate how cold it can get, and you really need to like walk in, acclimatise, like slowly walk in, pat water on yourself, acclimatize, and like if you like don't jump full in and submerge your head because you can just go into shock and like constrict and unable to breathe. Even just then going in, like my head wasn't under for ages and I was feeling like pretty cold, but you do just control your breathing and you do acclimatize. So that is your fun tip for wild swimming in Scotland, is make sure that you build it up. You don't need to rush in, there's no need to show off jumping into cold water. You can just take your time and control your breathing, and that is the whole point. But that was a really lovely